Lips are a little dry. Better. I really wish that the YouTube had the same option as TikTok. But TikTok sucks. Hi, Thiago. Yeah, YouTube's where it's at. Okay, I don't want a chat filter. I just want show every message. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know if you were over there, Thiago, on TikTok, but like we had some spicy viewers today. Oh my gosh, it was wild. Hey, by the way, guys, thank you to Megan for getting the planner. Thank you to, maybe I won't use real names for the coaching, but thank you to, if your name starts with a P, thank you for joining the accountability. I'm excited to get started with you. And if your name starts with, oh, P again. Thank you for booking a coaching call with me. So exciting. So excited to get started. Tomorrow, oh my gosh. Again, guys, so my coaching and everything is still 50% off. If you want to get started on your fast, it's only for another like hour. It's on sale. And then I'm not having another sale again until September. So if you guys are wanting to get started, now is the time to do it. So thank you again for everyone for signing up. I'm excited to get going with you. And I will show you guys my planner again real quick if you guys are wanting to see a live demo of that. Hi, Sheila. Is it Sheila? I'm not 100% sure. Or if it's just Scylla. Welcome. Hi, girl. How are you? Why spicy? Were they actually inappropriate stuff? No, spicy as in like they were like going in and saying like fasting is not good and like it doesn't make sense. And hi, I'm from Canada originally, but I live in Japan now, Tokyo. Hey, how are you? Hi, Joseph. Hi, Nikki. Yeah, so we had some people on TikTok saying like, they were like, oh, like you're lying, like this is all fake, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, on TikTok, I literally had a picture. Like, you guys want to see, I want to show you guys what I had up. This is literally what I had on my live. Like, I literally had this. Hold on, let me like up the freaking stuff so you can see. This was on this, literally this. And they were coming in my chat and saying like, this is fake, this doesn't exist, that's all water weight, blah, blah. And I was like, hold on. You're telling me that's water weight? And I have longer hair. I have a bit longer hair than Edna. We gotta turn the light on so you can see me a little better. So what you do is water fast or dry fast. So, oh, hold on. Is sometimes fast, refeed, then start again. Fast as long as you can, refeed, back on. How long did you take to lose pounds? Yes. You did an amazing job. People are so jelly. Thank you. Yeah, so that's exactly essentially what fractional fasting is taking these longer fasts, puzzle piecing them together so they fit your lifestyle better. It's better for you physiologically and psychologically to do these types of fasts because it's way more enjoyable. But yeah, so it was technically 54 days total of fasting, but that was not done all in one go. It was a mixture of like 14 to 30-day fasts, and then I maintained them after with intermittent fasting, OMAD, other types, because I will always be a fasting girly, like forever. So yeah, no evidence will suffice. No, for real, Thiago. Oh my gosh. You can't see me? Can you guys not see me? I'm so confused. You look like Selena Gomez. Oh, thanks. That's such a compliment. Oh my God, she's so beautiful. Hi. You look nice. Thank you. I'm the first like, oh, thank you. Thank you for the like. Oh, Larson family, you're so cute. Thank you so much. But yeah, so I showed them this and they were like, no, that doesn't make sense. And I was like, because I said, because obviously my title right now says lose 30 pounds in 30 days. 100% this is doable, especially with fasting, because as we all know, you lose like 1 to 2 pounds a day while you're fasting. That's just, it happens. It's true. I'm not going to sit here like, and I've lived it. I'm telling you, it's true. Like, that's the truth. Hi, Envy. Thanks, Travel. So it's fractional fasting and not get all crazy and you think you need to eat, get over, get back on. So what you need to do to make sure that you're getting the best results and the way to get back onto a fractional fast, the most effective and efficient way, keep your refeeds ketogenic. Not only is it going to make it easier for you to get back onto your fast, but it's going to keep you fat adapted. So you're going to keep consistently losing weight. You might gain a little bit of weight, but the weight that you gain is not going to be actual weight. It's going to mostly be digestive tract weight. You're not going to gain fat. It's going to be nutritious and nutrient dense, right? Because we want to be able to sustain this as long as you can to reach your goals. And so that's going to make it easier. And you're not going to have the cravings, the crashes if you get back onto a fast right after. That is how you're going to prevent it, is doing as ketogenic as possible. Now, I'm not going to get too pedantic. If you struggle and you have some other things, I'm not going to, I say this all the time in my coaching. I'm not going to be on you about it. We can fix it. It is so easy to rectify this. So don't get too caught up in the numbers and the science of it. Ew, get the hell out of here. Started my fast yesterday. 24 Congrats on 27 hours. How are you feeling? You're from which country? I'm Canadian originally and I live in Tokyo. Yes, it eats the fat cells. Exactly. Military, get out of here. Hi. Yay, Scylla, I'm so glad. Hi, Travel Nation. Yeah, okay, so we did that, right? So I showed them this and they were like being spicy about it. And then, hi Mohan, welcome. How are you? And then on top of that, because I said like there were days where I would lose like 2 to 3 pounds. Like there were crazy days when I did my 21-day fast. And I literally showed them this. I literally showed them my stats. I literally was like, look, do you see that? There are days where I'm losing over 1 pound a day. I'm losing a couple pounds. Yeah, the first like day is always a big slope, but down here I'm still losing. Like, I think it was like day 5, I lost over 2 pounds. Day 6, over 2 pounds. Like, you're gonna sit here and tell me that that's alarming? No. During the first 1 to 2, maybe 3 days, you're gonna see a lot of water. But generally in those first couple days, that's when you're gonna see the like water weight. And it's more so just like the digestive tract weight in general. When people say water weight, I don't think they fully know what they're talking about, but it like includes digestive tract weight. So it literally means like fecal matter, like literally the food, blah, blah, blah. And so yeah, your first couple days, you're going to have a huge drop. But then after, like, you're going to tell me that that's not, I'm not still consistently losing? Get out of here. We have the same, so nice. Amazing progress. Thanks, Kenwood. Appreciate it. Oh, okay. Have a good day at work, Travel. You have perfectly round nostrils. I'm impressed. That's so random. But yeah, so I would show them that in my TikTok and they were still like, no, you're lying. Because the argument was, it's calories in, calories out. It's thermodynamics. It's basic. If you're not burning 3,500 calories a day, you can't be losing 1 pound a day. And I'm like, your body is literally eating your fat cells. So you're losing more weight, even at a baseline. Like, and I'm telling you, I don't work out. I'm telling you 1,000%. I don't just say this shit. I don't exercise. If I'm going for exercise, it is very light walks. I like to keep my cortisol low. I just want to get outside, get in the sun, feel good, have the fresh air. That's all I'm doing. I might do some stretching here and there, maybe a little yoga, maybe a little dancing. That's it. I don't do anything to be burning extra calories. And I'm losing more than a pound a day. I'm not just saying it. I've lived it. It's not just something I'm like false promising. It happens. Especially the heavier you are. The heavier you are, the more you're going to lose the way faster. The smaller you are, it's going to be a little more difficult, obviously. And you'll start to drop off. And if you're a woman, I'm doing intermittent fasting, but I don't know why I go to the bathroom so much. I take black salt because I'm not taking electrolytes in at all. Oh, you definitely need electrolytes. On my page, I have a long form video called Don't Fast Without This is the thumbnail. You need to be doing that recipe. Either my recipe or Cole Robinson's recipe. There's also some other, you know, if we were doing coaching together, I would give you personalized recommendations on your goals, but you can also take a look at other pre-made fasting packs, but you definitely need potassium, magnesium, and sodium, and baking soda. Baking soda is going to be an acid reducer. It's a natural antacid, and it's going to help you if you're having any issues as well. The nostrils bleed. I usually check our armpits. Get out of here. Nostrils great. Lost 10-day fast. Yeah, amazing. Insane. That's what I mean. Like, the proof is in the pudding. That's all I need to know. I don't need any other science or, you know, some keyboard warrior telling me anything. We've got the results. And that's all that matters. How do you have abs? What? Being into calorie. Yeah, but calorie deficit, the thing about that too that's misleading is that it's changing your set point. So your body's going to get used to functioning at a lower calorie intake, and it's going to make it harder for you to lose weight. So I agree to an extent of it should include fasting. How do you have abs then without working out? Well, so your body fat's just reducing. And so like you're going to show abs better. And then during your refeeds, you have nutrient-dense foods, high protein, and then, because then it will, you can, like that is how you're going to repair and maintain and grow your muscles, right? Depending on the schedule that you're trying to do. Again, this is all relative to like the schedule you're trying to do and what you're trying to achieve. Where are you from? Canada? I'm in Tokyo now. I want to do 20-day fast. 150 kilograms. What is that? Like over 200 pounds? 100% you could do that. 100%. 20-day fast is solid. I think anything above 21-day fast, now that I've done a 30 days, not super necessary. Is it bad that I exercise all the damn time? I mean, it's up to you and your goals. I don't recommend exercising anything too strenuous when you're fasting. But yeah, you just mean in general. In an elimination diet and how it stables after months. After a month's time, there's usually a rubber band effect if you're not keeping to it properly. Do you mean like the weight loss? Is that what you're talking about? Hi, Mohan. How did you wind up in Tokyo? Oh, good luck, Andrew. If you need help or support, join the Discord. There's a lot of amazing, supportive people in there. If you need help, that makes sense. In Tokyo, I wanted to do working holidays, so just ended up, you know, it just kind of aligned with my life, and I really enjoy Tokyo, so I just wanted to come here. Fasting isn't going to help you long term if you're not doing any exercises, though. Okay, but so in what way do you mean, though? Because fasting, especially in terms of autophagy and apoptosis, long term, you're going to have the longevity and cancer prevention benefits regardless if you're doing exercises. Oh, I used to think that we should take black or pink salt when we're fasting. Absolutely, you need pink salt. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Potassium, magnesium, sodium. So you need pink salt, potassium, magnesium biglycinate is the best because it's higher absorption and easier on your stomach, and baking soda. That's the recipe. It's on my longer form videos. It's like a few videos back. Do you see lives to watch back later? Sometimes. Oh no, they always get posted. Yeah, my lives always get posted. During refills, what's your favorite choice for meat? Red beef, pork, chicken, fish. Oh, for refeeds, mine is rotisserie chicken because it's like fatty and delicious, and then like canned tuna or salmon. Or like because I live in Tokyo now, I just like whatever meat. I really, really, you guys are gonna hate this. I really strongly think you should be eating organ meats, and I know this is like the weirdest thing ever. I'm obsessed with like liver, heart, you know, like super, super, super nutrient dense meat. and organs. I know that's the weirdest thing ever, but like you don't need very much, but like not only does it taste fantastic, but like it's really good for you. Oh, thanks, Ken. I'm really glad. I'm glad that you're learning something. What do you do in Tokyo? Why Tokyo? Again, it's just like something I've always just liked the culture. I'm learning the language. I was learning the language, several years ago. I have friends here, even before I was coming here, and it kind of just felt like, a good place for me to go. I've always just liked Southeast Asia in general. And like financially, it also made sense for me. Yeah, there were just like a lot of things that came into it. I literally have an outline to make this video soon. It's on my next list of videos to make. I just made 2 more videos that I need to edit, but yeah. Oh my God, Sankey, get out of here. Thanks, Casey. How do you suppress the hunger and not mess up the diet after fasting? So I mean, my fasting routine after is like always intermittent fasting, so I'm always technically fasting to some degree because it's just comfortable for me. But in terms of in terms of the hunger and stuff like that, just keeping up with electrolytes, drinking lots of fluids every day helps. Keeping busy, doing self-care practices like meditating, and yeah, that's generally what I do. I also use things like fasting aids. I in my profile you'll find a bunch of fasting aids and resources for you guys. Both in my Amazon and like there's a fasting aid that's like guaranteed for success that you can use. And like those are things that I do. Yeah, I didn't eat for 4 days at a time. Nice. I'm on day 4 right now. Organ meats, yes, I love them. They're so good. Bone marrow. Yeah, you should definitely be drinking bone broth always. During your refeeds especially. But you could be drinking it every day, technically. I just don't. Find a Brazilian steakhouse in Tokyo. Yeah, why? They have chicken hearts. Oh, yeah. Oh, they have chicken hearts literally like at every like yakitori place and like barbecue place. I'm obsessed. Oh, yay, no problem. Anytime, I'm here to help. Also, by the way, really quickly, my coaching, accountability, my planners, all that, 50% off still for the next hour. One more hour. That's it. And then we're done for the month, and I'm not going to have a sale again until September. So if you guys are wanting to, get help with my coaching, you want my planner that has all this fun stuff, weight loss challenges, it's all hyperlinked, it's this thing's huge. It's like 500 pages, this thing. That's going to set you up for success. It's undated. You can use this thing forever. Check out my Stanzor. Okay? I ate chicken hearts once, super delayed, funky aftertaste. Yeah, I mean, if you don't, it's a maybe an acquired taste, but I love it. Can you guide me for lockdown? Please suggest the way. Yeah, for sure. Mohan, if you want like designated coaching, I'm telling you, it's 50% off just for the rest of today. So if you want to get started with me, I have 2 programs. One is 30-minute and one is 60-minute. The 30-minute comes with 2 weeks of post follow-up, whereas the 60-minute comes with 6 weeks. So you will have me for over a month. If your goal is to do a month of fasting and you want to do a refeed with me, I can help you. Chicken heart typo. What's your refeed like? Me? I have a couple of refeed videos. One it's like how to actually refeed, and then I have one that's called like fractional fasting refeed, and it's like go on a date with me to refeed, and it was literally like just like a ketogenic like barbecue place. I feel a lot is go back to eating. I can't start to fast. I don't know how it is. I don't know how you keep doing it. A lot of a lot of repetition, a lot of motivation. And again, it's not, I don't have some secret recipe to stay motivated. It's literally like, I do this every day. I'm always filling these things out. I have, like, it's done by month. So we've got all of this stuff in here, right? Monthly trends. I'm filling out the data. When I see the data and I see you start to see the weight loss trends. You start to see the photos, right? You start to see all of this stuff tracking. That is how I get myself motivated. I keep myself going because I get to see, and that's why I'm like data, track it. I don't care. Like even just like journal how you're feeling. it's so nice to look back on and be like, wow, look how far I've come. Like I feel fantastic. I look fantastic. This is working, right? When you start to see the results. Thanks to Rami. You watch my whole videos. I'm from Bangalore. Welcome. Hi, Dean. Let me think for joining. Yeah, for sure. I definitely recommend it. So, blue light filter. Oh yeah. Oh, did you notice that I do that? It's like the eye. What is it called? Eye comfort shield. That's what it's called. And so it turns my whole thing orange. But it's so much better on my eyes. I like it because I'm on my phone consistently with you guys. So, and again, thank you guys. Thank you, P, for getting the 30-minute coaching. Thank you, P, also for the monthly motivation. And thank you, N, for grabbing the Hyperlinked planner. Hope you enjoy. And yeah, I'm excited to hear how you guys get on with the results. And yeah, benefits on the 30 days. Longest I do 21 days. I'll do 30 days, push my limit. 21 days is fantastic. Honestly, now that I've done a 30-day, anything above 21 days, I'm like, yeah, like it's okay. But like 21 days is like the money. But I felt amazing. And my migraines reduced, obviously. My scalp psoriasis got a lot better, as it always does. I lost a lot of weight, obviously. And yeah, what app do you use? That's actually my planner. I don't use an app because it just never was intuitive enough for me, and it didn't let me track everything I wanted to track. So, and I know that Life Fasting, the app is like closed now. Like they just like quit. I don't know if they went bankrupt or something. So, yeah, did you gain some weight after stopping fasting? Always. There's always like 5 to 10 pounds of gain depending on you and your type of fasting, especially if you're a woman too. But a lot of it's not real weight. And again, the trend is your friend. I'm going to say this all the time. The trend is your friend. It's always going to go down, da, 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 da. And that is like being okay with that is how you're going to get success, right? Because if you don't let that affect you, that's how it's going to keep going down and you're going to get the best results. Yeah, they removed it. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Who's applying join the class? I'm new here. Before lockdown, I had reduced intermittent fasting and marathon. Amazing. Oh, I love that. Congrats. Good for you. That's incredible. Yeah, so like this is just my planner. It's 50% off. It's only $10. You get this thing forever. $10 and you get this thing forever. It's hyperlinked, so you can use literally everything. There's like not even just like your hydration tracker. Lol, I did that just to like show you guys. You can keep track of your monthly trends, daily fitness planners in here. Oh, that's the end, sorry. Vision board, I love the vision board. That's my favorite part. 30-day challenge, to-do lists, goals and rewards. This is also one of my favorites, is like being able to reward yourself with literally anything. Current goal, so you might have like a main goal that you're focused on. Like maybe it's like you're losing weight for a trip. I don't know, whatever. Stuff like that. A 12-week weight loss challenge, blah, blah, blah. Literally everything, all your weight measurements, everything's in here. And then it's not just a fasting planner. It's for literally everything. So like you have a monthly reflection that talks about your spirituality, your money, your relationships, anything like that. And like on a day-to-day basis, you've just got your regular trends, your day-to-day tracking. You've also got, get the hell out of here. Get out of here. You've also got key dates. So this is important if you have like a weight loss goal or something or any sort of goal and you're like, I have like this is an important date, blah, blah, blah. So like it's more than just a fasting planner, it's just like a general. I miss some. Life app's not working anymore. Which one to use? I'm keeping it in my head. Yeah, so it's mine. So you can grab it in my stand store. It's 50% off still for another, oh God, how long? Another hour. One more hour. And then I'm not having a sale again until September. We're having a back to school sale back in September. How do you do it when you're on your period and hormonal and everything? So the thing is so I have an IUD now, so I don't really worry about that anymore. But the week before your period is always the hardest. So if you're going to fast through, I always say like, fast with your cycle. So if you want to stop. But if you want to fast through it, just keep in mind that you know it's coming. you know the week before your period is going to be the hardest. So you need to mentally prepare for it. You need to say, okay, what other tools do I need to be using? What do I need to do to keep myself motivated? Maybe I need to do some meditation. Maybe I need to do some breath work, some self-care. I really need to take care of myself because I know that this time in my hormonal cycle is the hardest. So having that preparation is going to make you feel more confident going into it. If you just willy-nilly your hormonal cycle on a fasting schedule, you'll just quit because you'll be like, this is too hard. I hate it. I'm in pain. This sucks, right? Welcome from Dubai. Fasting Plus app is nice, but not better than Life app. Yeah, honestly, if I had the money, I would make a fasting app. And I would make it exactly like my planner. Deadass, but I don't have the money for that. Hi, Erin. No 100% discount for loyal viewers. I might at some point do a giveaway. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I would consider it. I think maybe when we hit like a milestone, maybe when I hit YouTube partner. I'm still 1,000 watch hours away from being YouTube partner, but maybe that's what I'll do. So I'll announce that in my Discord and on my social media, and I'll let you guys know. And maybe I'll do a giveaway for like my coaching and stuff like that when I hit partner. That would be really exciting. What are you yapping about? Only the heading is visible? Oh no. Is it not? What's your favorite Chipotle build? I'm gonna be honest, I'm Canadian, so we didn't really have Chipotle where I was from. Oh, for sure. Honestly, you get mental clarity while you're fasting. Obviously, maybe depending what you're doing, don't fast for too long. I feel like anything less than 7 days, you're pretty prime, but that's why fractional fasting is so great because then you can kind of work with how you're feeling and the energy that you need and go from there and make a schedule that's going to work for you, right? And that's something that I do in my coaching with you is that we really address your lifestyle first as a priority and then design a schedule that's going to work for you. Obviously, if your goal is to hit 30 days and you come to me and you say, I just want to hit 30 days, then we have at it, right? We just go with that. But like a lot of the time, people will come to me and say, hey, this is my job. This is my activity level. I have kids. I have this. What do you think is going to be sustainable for me? But I also have this goal in mind, right? And then we kind of work together and try to figure something out. But yeah, period planner, it's free. Cry about it. Chill, I'm only 11. Actually, if you want to track your hormonal cycle, ladies, the Flow app. I use the Flow app, or I used to use the Flow app. I don't anymore because I don't have period anymore. But when I did, I was using the Flow app and I loved it. And it was pretty accurate. As long as you have a pretty regular cycle, obviously you have PCOS, like I do, there will be some fluctuations and there may be some changes, but it's also free. Flow app is free. You can pay and it's better, but I mean, you don't have to. But yeah, sorry. So this is the app that I use. App. It's literally just my planner. Oh, look, I literally filled it out. I literally put like my birthday. That's awful. Why did I do that? I was doing this I've been using this one as my demo one, and I clearly just put like my birthday is in September. I'm turning 30. Big goals. But yeah, and then so like every day you've got this where you like set an intention for the day. You're tracking your water. Maybe you're doing an intermittent fasting cycle. So you've got your workout your little workout down here, to-do list, stuff like that. There's also a grocery list. There's meal planning. This is really good for all types of fasting. This isn't just for water fasting. This isn't just for fractional. It's literally for every type of fasting that you want to be doing. This is all you need, realistically. You can print it. It's just a PDF. I like to keep it on my phone because then I can just do this wherever I am at any point. But yeah, it's fantastic. And there's just like literally just like a fasting tracker too. That's like pretty basic. And fasting goals. There's so much in here. Literally, there's so much in here. Blah, blah, blah. Look at all that. Anyway, coffee, tea, supplements are okay. Yep. You definitely want to be taking sodium, potassium, magnesium, and baking soda. The recipe is on my long form videos. I've mentioned this many times. Coffee and tea are good. They should not break your fast. If you are worried about it, get a blood glucose monitor. It is a little pricey. Maybe like $100 to $200. but that is the most accurate way for you to test if it's kicking you out of ketosis. I don't like to get too pedantic about it. I just say, chances are it's not kicking you out of ketosis, so you're probably fine if it doesn't have calories or carbs or proteins or sugars. How did I get here? I'm not sure. Hi, avocado. What's the hardest part of fasting for you? Hi. Hi, hi, hi. Ew. Get the fuck out of here. Report you. Goodbye. Oh, okay, bye, Darami. So the hardest part of fasting for me, I think, is, if I'm being honest, the social FOMO. That is what I have noticed that I'm so sorry. Get the heck out of here. If you say one more, I'm going to ban you. Brain rot YouTube chat made its way here. TikTok, yeah. TikTok brain rot chat made its way here. What's your longest fast? My longest fast is 30 days straight. But yeah, so social FOMO is probably the hardest part of fasting for me because not that I'm like super social. I am definitely an introverted, socially anxious person, but when I am very intentional with my friends, and so, eating is very social, and hanging out generally involves food or drinks or something like that. A lot of the times they are super supportive and they will always allow me to just have like 0-calorie beverages like teas, especially in Japan. But yeah, that's probably the hardest part for me is like wanting to go to these fun restaurants with my friends and stuff like that. So, but it's kind of just part of the process. So, but they're usually pretty great. So, how do you fast so long? Honestly, it took a lot to build up the practice. I've worked on it a lot. And like I said, using my planner to keep myself motivated and to keep myself on track and doing meditations and things that keep me focused and keep me aligned with my goals. And I try not to stray too far from that because I know that it's not benefiting me. How do you make sure you're not losing muscle mass? I don't work out like crazy. I just do like light walks and stuff. If you're just your body is always going to go for fat stores first. That's what they're there for. So there might be some minor muscle mass loss in terms of like I've lost 80 pounds total. Like you could probably say like maybe 1 pound of that, if that, is like muscle mass loss. Really not anything concerned about. And it's always something that you can easily repair and grow after during your refeed periods. If you're concerned about it. I'm never concerned about it. Again, I'm not working out. I'm generally just chilling. So yeah, your body's always going to go for the fat stores first. It's not going to go for your muscles. But that wouldn't really make sense if it did, right? You just turn into a big blob of fat walking around. So it wouldn't really make sense. Yeah, I do want to build muscle after. Once I lose this last 20 pounds of like body fat, and I'm going to be gaining muscle mass after, and that is the goal. And I will be using a form of, fractional intermittent OMAD fasting to do that. I have a 0.001% chance of understanding the stream. I have a good physique, by the way. Nice, good for you. Hi, Marco, welcome. Yeah, so if you guys are looking to finish out the summer with some weight loss goals or just like general health goals, I just know that like the weight loss is a big motivator for people, and generally a lot of your health issues for most people, not everybody. I don't want to apply that to everybody. I know for myself, a lot of the health problems I was having were drastically reduced by losing weight. So I'm good. How are you? I'm having a hard time fasting longer than 7 days because after 7 days, I experience increased sensitivity to smell, which makes me feel nauseous. Do you also experience it? If so, how do you manage it? 100%. I definitely experience the enhanced smell. That's 100%. That's legit. the way that I manage it, I kind of just deal with it. But the nausea, are you drinking electrolytes? And if so, are you drinking it with baking soda? Because that will drastically improve that. And because baking soda is a natural antacid, so you should be including that in your electrolytes anyway. Okay, bye-bye, Spidey. Let's turn this down. I'm a dude, and I don't know much about skincare, and your skin looks great. Share some wisdom with us. That's called fasting skin, my love. Literally, I'm telling you, I have not been... Okay, so, like, if I'm being so real, why is your voice so beautiful? I don't know what you're talking about. I think this is my, like... You know when you have, like, two voices? You have your, like, work voice, and then you have your, like, normal voice. I feel like if I... Hold on. I'm a dude, and I don't... No, I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like I talk differently sometimes. Anyway, I'm going to be so real about my skincare. My skincare has been lacking. So normally, like historically, I was like so on my skin, and I used to do like a whole... Don't change your voice. I used to do like a 5 to 6 step routine with like serums and everything. I've been so lax, especially on my fast. Literally, I'm going to give you like the basic bullshit. 3 things. 1, oil cleanser. If you have dry skin, I do. Easy. Korean skincare, definitely recommend that. 2, SPF, sunscreen. Use it. Sunscreen, and moisturizer. Those are the 3 things. I have a bunch of other stuff. I have so many serums. I have so many acids. I have acid peels. I have all this stuff. I stopped doing it. I literally use like a K-Beauty face oil. And then I use like a Japanese sunscreen here. And like it's pretty basic. It's just like the Biore, like the blue sunscreen. And then I use Cetaphil as a moisturizer. And like I used to be so like skincare snob and like use all of this extra stuff, and then when I stopped using it, my skin just like started being a little better. And again, the fasting, once you get through the fasting purge, your skin just gets so much better. So like it's getting so much better. Oh, Kenwood, show the message. Oh, I can't. Oh, hopefully that shows for everybody. Anyway, Kenwood, shit, that's so much easier than I thought. Yeah, really, like, I'm telling you, I used to be so anal retentive about what I was putting on my skin and all this stuff. And like, nope. Sunshine, literally, sunshine. Sunshine and the electrolytes alone, boom, you're welcome. With sunscreen, though. Make sure you're wearing sunscreen. Literally, those 2 things, like my skin, like the electrolyte water, literally, like, and diet, like I do ketogenic as much as I can. Obviously, I still eat some other stuff, but like those are the main things. Just a nice cleanser, sunscreen, moisturizer, and drinking your electrolytes and getting out in the sun a little bit every day. Really helps. Seriously, more than anything I've ever done. Why would you fast? You look so great. Ah, thanks, that's sweet. But I still think like for my body composition, I still have a bit of fat to lose. So yeah. Premature gray hairs? No. Minor hair loss, very minor. Way back at the beginning when I did my fasting. Now I don't really notice it, and my hair is like I obviously, that's not even all my hair. Like I have a lot of hair, and it's quite long. So noted, ma'am. Yeah, hopefully that helps. Again, I also like to say like keep it basic. Something that's like if you've ever read Atomic Habits, is like making things super easily accessible for you and making things that are going to be actually attainable for you and like easy. You don't want to get into like a 15-step skincare routine if it's not going to work for you. Aw, thank you. How to talk to you, Nicole? I do have coaching calls, if you are interested in coaching, they are in my bio. They are 50% off only for another 40 minutes. If you are looking for coaching or any resources from me, my store is 50% off. So yeah, get a buzz cut. You beautiful eyes, thank you. So if you need to help getting started with your fast, you've been struggling for a while, you really want to take action and, achieve your goals actually, or if you just need, motivation, I have a motivation accountability partnership that you can do for $10 for the month. Super easy. It's like $2.50. It's less than a coffee a week. And I'm messaging you every day, keeping you motivated, sending you motivational messages. You can send me voice notes if you're having problems, and we can kind of talk through it as a baseline. But yeah, so all of that is 50% off if you are struggling and you still need help, or if you literally just need somebody in your corner supporting you the whole time. So giving Sabrina Carpenter. Is that who you mean by Sabrina? Or you mean like Sabrina the Teenage Witch or something? I try to keep it basic so it's easier to stay consistent. Exactly, Cameron. That's the best way to do it. Even with fasting, I say this again, like in my coaching, like finding what's going to work for you and be sustainable is more important than any number. So it doesn't matter if I know some people want to hit the 30-day mark and they're like, it's a bucket list thing. Trust me, I'm the same way. But finding something that's going to work for you long term is more important, because that's how we're actually going to get the results and you're going to be happy with it. Because a lot of people get discouraged. They'll be like, I'm going to set out on a 30-day, and then they only make it like 6. And then they get really discouraged, and then they're just like, oh, I hate it, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. Perfect. But yeah, so if you guys missed it, this is my transformation. If you are new here, this is what I used to look like a year ago. And this is actually heavier than what I look like now. This was actually a while ago. I think this was a few weeks ago. And I've lost, I think, about maybe 10 pounds since this, maybe a little more, maybe 12, something like that. But yeah, and like I said, all of my stuff is 50% off if you're looking to get started. Thank you again to the people who have joined and the people who have got the fasting planner. Again, I really think that you're going to enjoy it. I think it's going to make a big difference in your fast. So, I mean, I use it every day, so that's insane progress. Cap. Yeah, right. Yeah, it's all fake. Yeah, so it like, again, it technically, if you like, it was over a year. So I did 14 to 30-day fast, and then I maintained them. So there was a lot of like down and then maintain. Down, well, like down and like a little gain, maintain, right? Down, a little gain, maintain. Down, a little gain, maintain. And that's like how my trend was looking over a year. And again, so my weight loss here has been the fastest and easiest to maintain because I live alone now. So I will not ever tell you that it is not easier when you live alone, because it definitely is, and we know that. But I did lose 50 pounds in a multi-generational home prior, when I lived back in Canada. So it is not impossible, but you might hit a little more like snags along the way. But that's why fractional fasting is important, and that's why fractional fasting is easy and sustainable and efficient and effective, because you can still be enjoying your time with people and going to events and doing stuff while also reaching your goals. And so if you are new here and you don't know what fractional fasting is different from intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is timed eating each day. So timed eating is usually like 16/8. So usually you're doing 16 hours of fasting, 8 hours of feeding. Fractional fasting is characterized by days of fasting that you're puzzle piecing together. So technically anywhere from 1 to 30, actually anything above 1 day. we'll just say that. You do your fasting period and then you do your refeed period, and that is your fraction. And there's no pattern. It is simply what works for you based on your lifestyle, based on your work schedule, based on your social calendar, all the stuff, and you puzzle piece it together. So like, for example, I would do a 21-day fast, like a 3-day refeed. That's my first cycle. 7-day fast, maybe I'll do one meal. That's my second cycle. 7, 1, 21, 3, 4, right? So that's why fractional fasting is the GOAT, in my opinion. I had an opposite experience since I was actually underweight 2 years ago, 36, and now I'm hovering around 75. So was your goal to gain weight? I'm assuming that was your goal. Holy. What's your age? How old do you think I am? Oh, perfect. Well, that's good then. You worked out. But you said you do some intermittent, you do some fasting routines as well, right, Ken? I think you're 21. Are you being serious or is that cap? I can't tell if you're being serious or not. Hi, how are you? Half an hour left on the sale. Make sure you guys are getting ready to achieve your goals for the month of August. Oh, by the way, actually, a really good resource. Spotify, if you guys have Spotify Premium, Dr. Fung's books are on there. They're included. So you can literally listen to them for free, essentially, because they're included in your subscription. So you don't have to buy the books. You look more stunning than your age, thanks. I turned 30 in like a month. I am old. I'm Muslim, so fasting is already integrated in your belief. Oh, perfect. Okay, well, then you have like the most experience ever. So you've been doing it forever. That's awesome. Well, good for you. I'm glad that that worked out and you were able to gain weight and achieve your goals. That's awesome. But yeah. I know that Dr. Mindy Pell's book you have to pay for on Spotify. Originally, she had it for free, and then I don't know, she changed it. Now there's a paywall behind it, which sucks, but I mean, whatever. I'm 31. Nice. We're like the same. September 10th, I turn 30. Big 3-0. My family's coming to visit me in Japan, and we are going to do some stuff. Hey, can you talk about fasting being more than about eating? Do you mean like more than about like the refeed? Yeah, I mean, fasting obviously promotes longevity. It's good for cancer prevention. With autophagy and apoptosis, it is cellular recycling, so your body is becoming the most efficient version of yourself it can through cellular recycling and cell death, as well as obviously you're losing weight. So, solving any prior health concerns or chronic pain you may have. The cicadas here are so loud. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it's insane. Why are y'all so loud? And mental clarity, spiritual awakening, spiritual experiences, improved cognition in general. So October 7th is mine. Nice. We're close together. How do you maintain yourself so while you look like 21? What do you do? I think having a baby face helps. Apparently, having this like circular face makes me look more youthful, I guess. Yeah, fasting is definitely beyond eating. Fast people, social media. Uh-oh, what happened to the message? Oh, whatever. Yeah, so, obviously thanks. Obviously the refeeding, so like, obviously it's beyond just eating and abstaining from eating, right? Like there is science to it. Hi from Australia. Hi, Ben. Um, and that's why, we like to emphasize the benefits that you're getting with apoptosis and autophagy, that Dr. Asumi talks about, and Dr. Fong and Dr. Minipels, everybody honestly talks about it, because it is more than just, the physical aspects that you get to see. It's on a cellular level, you're becoming the healthiest version of yourself, and like the long-term benefits too, that you're getting from it. Like cancer prevention alone for me was a big one because I recently lost my grandfather to cancer, about 6 months ago. So it really hits home when you're starting to see the world in that perspective. And it also helped me spiritually in terms of like gratitude and, being grateful for the life that I am afforded, and feeling grateful for the food I get to eat and the life I get to live. So, hi, Rimpa. Fasting is about denying yourself any type of pleasure in those moments. Yes, exactly. I mean, obviously, it depends what kind, like, what goals you're looking for with your fast. Again, like if you're doing a spiritual fast and stuff like that, there's different levels of fasting, like dry fasting, water fasting, all these types. So it really is a very unique and personal experience for you as well. But yeah, you're definitely denying yourself of these like quick fixes. And the goal really is to undo a lot of the addictions we have, which is like mainly sugar addiction. Most of us are sugar addicted. And that's not anyone's fault really, besides I guess like the food industry. But hi Sandy. Welcome, welcome. Thank you. How did you feel after fasting for a long period of time? Hey, Genie guy, hi. Um, I obviously felt amazing when why did that message get retracted? Weird. Anyway, yeah, no, I felt amazing after my 30-day. Obviously there was a lot of lethargy, um, even despite the amount of electrolytes I was drinking and the amount of naps I was taking. Your body, the process of getting, so I'm going to tell you the way that Dr. Funk talks about it in the two compartmental system, which is essentially like, think about your fridge in your kitchen, right? Think of that as your glycogen stores. So that's where you have your immediate food. You've got your snacks, your glycogen stores are in there. Super easy, right? To get. You can just quickly go a snack out of the fridge. Insulin is what's going to, it's not like an on-off switch up, but for this analogy, we're going to pretend it's an on-off switch. Insulin is what's blocking you from going to the basement and getting your fat stores in the deep fat store, right? Because you've already got glycogen, so you don't need it. So insulin's like, no, 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 no. You got glycogen, stay in the fridge. All of a sudden, when you start fasting, you don't have any glycogen anymore, right? Oh, okay, bye, Kenwood. Thank you. Have a nice day. Appreciate you. When you no longer have glycogen, your insulin's like, okay, well, we have no food, so we have fat stores in the basement, in the freezer, so we're going to go get those, right? And so that process of getting fuel from your fat cells is obviously a much longer and more difficult process for your body to do. Necessary, because like that's why we have fat stores. It wants to nourish you with the body fat that we already have, and it wants you to use them up for energy, right? We want to be giving you energy. But that process is so much harder and longer and tiring. And so that's why we've got the lethargy, we're feeling tired. Like that process in general is why you're going to, even if you're drinking your electrolytes every day and you start getting up to like 2-3 weeks of fasting and you're like, I'm still so tired. What's happening? That's why the process is harder. Your body's working harder to get that energy for you rather than just going to the fridge, right? You got to go all the way down in the freezer and you got to thaw out the food, right? So I want you to think about it in that regard too when we're talking about like being being tired. And that's why I also say, like, don't work out. Just relax. Just enjoy it. Just enjoy the process. Just enjoy your time. Please help me. If you need help, I have coaching. It's in my bio. I can help you. It's on sale for another half an hour. And we can get started within 12 hours of the current time. Are you still fasting? Yes, I am on my second cycle of fractional fasting. I update them every day in my shorts videos. And so I'm on day 4. Honestly, the days start to just like, I forget what day I'm on because I just like fast. I just like fast until the weekend, basically. Lately, anyway, that's my schedule. I want to do a longer fast. I haven't done a longer fast in a while, and I really should, but I started having friends here and wanting to accommodate socially, so. During your 30 days, when does your body adjust and adapt to not eating? I want to say between day 5 and 7 became really easy. It just like, and that's like a general thing. It's really easy for me after about day 5, 7. The first 4 days, sometimes it's a struggle. Generally not anymore. Generally, it's pretty easy for me to start when I want to start. And then so after that, I don't feel any hunger pangs. I'm pretty much on a baseline. And then again, after 14 days, that's when it starts to get tricky for me because I get a lot more tired and irritable. And yeah, that's kind of like my routine. But I've gotten used to it, so it's easier for me to prepare for that kind of stuff. So like now that I know myself and I know that stuff's coming, it's easy for me to be like, okay, well, we're coming up on week 2, so I know it's going to be hard, so I need to just like keep myself busy and I need to figure my shit out and I need to use my planner to stay motivated and to keep documenting so that I keep pushing through when I want to. Oh, I saw that message. It said like my story was inspiring. Why does the message keep getting retracted, MM? I don't know why. Are you retracting it? I'm not sure why that keeps happening. But thank you, MM. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're down 80, a substantial amount of weight. That's for sure. That's for damn sure. Down 80 pounds. That's what we used to look like. Chunky monkey. Hi. Oh, 502. Hi, how are you, sweetie? And this actually is not my most recent picture. This was like, I think a few weeks ago. So technically I think I've lost another like 10 pounds since then, but that's what we look like. Look at that. Look at her. Chubby bunny. Yeah. Sometimes I don't even feel like I ever really recognized that I looked like that. It's crazy. How much becoming way too thin? Probably if I lost like 40 pounds, I think I would be like way too thin. I only want to lose 20 of fat and then I want to gain muscle. That's amazing. Thank you. I'm starting a 30-day fast. The longest fast I've done is 21 days. Amazing. Any tips? Yeah, I have lots of tips, Ellie. Yeah, staying busy, 100%. Unbelievable body transfer. Thank you. Yeah, I have a lot of transformation videos that are way cooler on my profile if you want to go watch them. I worked really hard. Thanks, Emma. Yeah, so my recommendations. Drink your electrolytes. Make sure you're drinking enough electrolytes. Make sure you're putting baking soda in your electrolytes. I don't want to see you not taking baking soda. It is important it is an antacid. You will feel nauseous otherwise, and then you will break your fast. It is not a good time. Do not do too many exercises. My baseline recommendation, if you want to, go for light walks. Get out in the sunshine. It's good for you, good for your mental health, good for your skin. Definitely recommend that. Yoga, dancing, very light. Keep your cortisol low. You don't want to be stressing out, right? Where am I from? Originally Canada, and now I live in Tokyo, Japan. Oh no, I forgot. Get lots of rest. Focus on rest. Your body needs to heal first and foremost. just, I stay dancing. Shut up. Exercises also do raise cardio. Exactly. So that's why we want to keep it super low intensity. If you're going to do anything, literally just to like get your body moving and to feel good. We do not want anything crazy. So like that's why walks are literally perfect. Perfect. Because you're just going for a nice stroll in the wind, in the wind, in the nature. It's good for your spirit, good for your soul, good for your fast. Good, good, good. Rest. Lots. Get lots of rest. I know the first few days are going to be hard. You're going to have insomnia. That's fine. I'm talking about after that. Sleep a lot. Take naps if you can. I don't care. More sleep is always better than less sleep. Skincare. That's a good recommendation. Just moisturize. That's pretty much it. Your body will take care of itself for the rest. And sunscreen. Sunscreen. And cleanser. Those are my only 3 that I always do. Yeah. I definitely think, well, maybe you stay calm because you also have less energy. But I get irritable, so sometimes not. What else? Oh, scalp and hair care. I'm literally editing a video about this right now. Take care of your scalp. If you're worried about hair loss, take care of your scalp, take care of your hair. That means you're gonna see all this in my upcoming video. I'm literally editing it, but basically like the gist is don't use as many hot tools. Keep your hair in hair protective hairstyles. Use silk or satin scrunchies. I have a silk pillow to reduce friction. Wear your hair up in your sleep. Do scalp massages. Hair oil. What else? Oh, I could go on and on and on about my tips and tricks for fasting, but like that's a few anyway. You don't need me to blabber on about as many, but I don't do one thing you've listed yet. It's okay. 5. What's my profession? This is my profession. For real. This is, I do freelance marketing, but it's not like a consistent income anymore. I literally moved to Tokyo, Japan to pursue being a content creator. So yeah, that's how that's going. I wish during my first fast that working out a bunch is no. Yeah, and honestly, not only is it just going to make you more likely to break your fast because you're going to have more cravings and stuff anyway, and you're going to be more exhausted. On top of that, it's not really going to do what you want it to do. If you're looking to maintain muscle mass and maybe build muscle, you're not going to be able to do it because you're not taking any glycogen or any proteins or carbs or anything to repair that muscle, right? So like it's not really going to do much anyway. So I thought you're an English teacher? No. Nope. I'm applying to English tutoring jobs, but yeah. Hi, Vicky. Fasting makes your hair grow. It can. It's called telogen effluvium, which is a form of temporary hair loss that your body will inevitably experience on your fast because of the stress and the metabolic stress that you're going through. Eventually, your body will get used to it. And so now that my body is used to fasting on a long-term schedule, I don't notice hair loss beyond like the typical, like if I did this, like 1 came out. You know what I mean? Do you live alone or with family? I used to live in a multi-generational home, and now I live alone in Tokyo, which makes my fast a lot easier. I'm good. How are you, Vicky? Oh, and your message was retracted, and I don't know why. There's 25 people in here like the video people. Oh, Princess, how are you? Hi. Thank you for showing up. My God, I can't lose any more. 5, you'll be fine. 5, you should really sign up for my coaching. It's literally, it's 50% off for the next 15 minutes. Literally 15 minutes. Literally, I'm getting off here in 15 minutes. And that's when the discount ends. So my coaching, my planners, my accountability, even if you just want to spend $10 for the month, it's $250 a week for me to be messaging you every day, motivating you, checking in, seeing how you're doing with your fast, and supporting you on your fast. Literally $10 a month. It's 50% off for the next 15 minutes. So if you are looking for a sign to start your goals for health, to finish out 2024, now is the time. I am here to help you. And this is the last time I will have a sale until September. So we're going to have a back to school sale. But until then, The sale is only for the next 15 minutes. So if you need it, go do it now. Yeah, highly recommend. And like I said, one of my most important tools is my fasting planner. It comes with all this fun stuff, 30-day challenges, 12-week challenges, talks about your goals, and it's in general just a day-to-day calendar. This thing's huge. It's 500 pages long. Hyperlinked. It's perfect. Oh, was your family okay with you fasting? My family was super supportive, and honestly, a lot of them do intermittent fasting now. And at the very beginning, I think it was a little difficult, but once I started talking a lot about the benefits and the science and being very open about the process, they were super supportive, and they've always been that way. So I lost my first 50 pounds in that multi-generational home and didn't have any issues. That would cut into the what are the memes though? No, it would just add more memes. 5, you're actually paying me for more memes. That's what your subscription is. So you should just go sign up for that. Thank you. Hair mask saved me so much in long fast. For sure. Anything that's moisturizing, not doing as much with your hair, keeping it, pretty basic is best. What was the turning point in my life? Obviously, I was quite big in my photos. So the turning point for me, there were a couple catalysts. So at this point, I had just gone through I want to say a relationship that wasn't good for me. And so this was right after we broke up, okay? And I was fasting even before this. Keep in mind, I was fasting during this relationship for 2 years before this. But last year, this was how big I was last year. And I had gone through some weight loss, and it kind of got to a point where I had so many health issues. I had so much pain. My migraines were crazy. My skin psoriasis was crazy. There just was so much. And I was like, I can't live my life like this anymore. And one thing that I like to do a lot, which is super weird maybe, I think about what I'm going to be like on my deathbed. And I think about what I'm going to feel at the end of my life. And I want to live long. But at that point, I look back and I think of what I'll feel like. And I'll be like, okay, on my deathbed, I want to be able to look back and say that I did everything I could to have a long, happy, and healthy life, instead of just giving into my basic desires and eating ice cream whenever I wanted. Granted, that made me happy on a certain level, but that wasn't. I want to be able to say that I took care of myself and I respected myself through my life too. I know it's a little morbid. I know that's so weird, but it motivates me. It really does. So I know that's weird, but good soul, so several outside will protect your energy face. Yeah, I agree. Thanks, Nathaniel. I'll do it when it goes off sale and Kitty's recovered. Oh no, Ty, you should do it. No, don't do it when it's full price. You're so silly. Actually, don't even do it anyway. You need to take care of Kitty. I hope Kitty's okay. Thanks, Tyler. I have one more question. Is there a biological difference between... Yes. Absolutely. Women, and I will not see any slander in the comments. Women fast differently than men. And let me tell you why. Women have 3 hormones: progesterone, estrogen, testosterone. Men have testosterone. They have 1. And you guys work on a 24-hour cycle. We work on a 28-day cycle, right? So not only during our phases, the follicular and the luteal phase, our bodies are going to be different. We also want to support, progesterone production. We want it, estrogen loves when you're fasting, progesterone does not. It's going to be a lot more difficult during that week before your period. So it is a struggle. Now, all that being said, if you are a woman and you want to do a 30-day fast, do it. I have done it. Long-term effects, nothing. Oh my god, my stomach. I need to be drinking more electrolytes. Sorry if you guys heard that. That's embarrassing. I'm not drinking enough because I'm talking so much. That being said, I have done a 30-day fast, and to me, it outweighed the very possible marginal repercussions I could have experienced during that period. And so for me, I was like, I'm just going to do a couple 30-day fasts and be fine. And like, it was difficult, but I had a goal in mind and I wanted to complete it, right? Now, long term, women fast with their cycles in mind. So during that one period before their like bleeding period, that is when we don't fast because it is too difficult, and that's when progesterone's hitting, right? For me now, I don't have a period, so I essentially do whatever I want. So that's one kind of perk, I guess, of having an IUD now, is that I can fast whenever and not really have to deal with it. That's not to say I'm not still producing like my hormones, because I am. It's just I don't have a cycle to base it off of. So I have no clue when that stuff's happening. I'm like, no idea. So I kind of just do whatever now. Jesus loved supper though. I don't give a rat's ass what Jesus did. But yeah, there is a big difference. It is a lot easier for men. And generally, you'll also see much faster results across the board because men generally have much more muscle mass as a baseline. But yeah, that is cool. Yeah, I mean, it's not cool for women, but it's cool to know. And again, and even if you're not fasting with your cycle in mind, it is still just good to know that so that you can even address it when the time comes. So like, if you're a woman, you're coming up on that time, you know it's going to be hard, you say, okay, I know it's coming. I need to use all of these resources that I have in my arsenal to make sure that I can make it through this fast happily, safely, and, productively, right? So it's just nice to know too. I do need to start with intermittent fasting again, but I do accidentally 90% of the days because it's natural and you enjoy it. But for real, actually, if you actually need a Coach 5, that's what I do. I do it on a daily basis now. So 8 minutes, guys, and then I'm going to go end the sale, and that's the end. So thank you. Thank you again to P for booking a 30-minute coaching call. Thank you again for P also joining the motivational accountability messaging that I'll be messaging you every day, checking in and motivating you. And then thank you for N for purchasing the planner. I hope you guys enjoy, and hopefully it helps you with the last month of the summer, getting all those goals completed before we get closer into 2025. Oh my gosh. How long is the fast you're currently doing? Since I'm doing fractional fasting, I will likely fast until the weekend. It kind of depends. I have some plans with some friends, but depending on the place we want to go eat, if it's ketogenic friendly, like a Japanese barbecue place, I might just break my fast because it's pretty easy, and I can just have miso soup broth and everything. But if they want to go to something and do something like carby, I'll probably just drink tea and show your outfit. No, I'm wearing pajamas. I'll hit you up. I'm not drinking baking soda though. 5, you drink a little bit of baking soda every few days if you don't want to drink it in the electrolytes, I promise. And 5, oh wait, no, 5, if you're doing intermittent fasting and like OMAD type schedule, you don't need to do snake juice. I mean, I'd prefer you do, but you don't have to. You can do things like LMNT and stuff like that because realistically, it's not going to be detrimental to you. And honestly, like, it's better anyway. It tastes way better, I promise. LMNT is so good. You look so beautiful. Thanks. Hi. Yeah, I agree, Nishant. OMAD feels so comfortable to me. Like, even intermittent fasting now, if I eat 2 meals a day, sometimes I'm like, oh gosh, like, I feel too full. I don't like it, you know? Hi, welcome back, Spidey. You're really gorgeous. Can I have a shout out? Hi, Tegan. Thank you. I mean, for adults, not growing child. Of course, of course. We're not talking about children. Anything below. I don't do any recommendations. If you DM me and you're under 18, I can't give you recommendations. That's just like a moral thing I can't do. And like my coaching is for 18 and above. Like that's just like a general guideline. I refuse to be responsible for that. I am not your parent. Do keto snacks cause weight gain or no? What do you mean by keto snacks? Like, is there a brand called keto snacks? Or what do you mean? Or you just mean, or do you just mean like having snacks that are ketogenic? Is that what you mean? Soaked dry fruits in the morning? Interesting. Soaked dry fruits. For some reason, that just sounds like fruits. How are you in the US? No, I am in Tokyo and I'm a Canadian. You're looking so fit. Thank you, Emran. I actually, when we were talking about it, this is what I used to look like, just so that you guys are aware. 233 pounds over here, 153 pounds over here. Ish, give or take. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, and Ruth, the thing about that is, and that's why like fractional fasting works really well for that, because you're staying fat adapted. So ketogenic diet does not kick you out of ketosis. And I mean like strict keto. So I like no sugars, no carbs, period. That is the most optimal way to prevent weight gain. And also, not that it's a big deal. Weight gain's not a big deal. The trend is your friend. But it's going to keep you fat adapted. So not only is it going to be easier for you to get back into another fast, it's going to keep your progress pretty consistent. And like the weight you'll gain from the keto like snacking or the keto meals is literally just like mainly digestive tract weight. You're not going to gain like pounds of fat. You know what I mean? What's the longest you fasted, Foxman? My longest consecutive fast is 30 days. I actually have, I think it's in my 2023 playlist. Actually, no. There's one from 2024 and 2023, I think, where I documented it. But there's a bunch of videos all over my channel. I'm sorry. There's so many of them. But like I did 30 days and they're posted in my shorts and my long form videos. Oh, Ellie, you should come. It's great. Yeah, I love it here. I want to stay here for a long time, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I mean, like walnuts, raisins, chia seeds, pumpkin seeds. Oh, I see. Oh, interesting. Well, that's nice too. It does. I think a lot of those are good for digestion. Also, I think for hair health and a bunch of other things. That sounds fantastic. Good for you. I love that. Yeah. You can add a lemon. You can add a squeeze of lemon in your water or fasting. If you're worried about it breaking your fast, get a blood glucose monitor and check. I don't think you need to get too pedantic about it. It's really not going to be anything that's going to like affect you. So I think just have it. It's good. Lemon water is fine. The thing is, I don't recommend it personally because it wears out your enamel. And like we obviously want to have healthy, good teeth on our fasts. And if all you're consuming is lemon water, it's slowly kind of like eroding your enamel. So that's the only reason that I'm like I don't personally recommend it. But if it helps you, it helps you. That's why I say like if you just want fasting aids in general, just use them. Just use them. If you want to use Diet Coke, Diet whatever, if you want to use 0-calorie drinks, as long as they don't have sugar or calories, it's whatever. You know, it's better to use it and not quit than to have stopped your fast because you were like, no, it's not a pure fast. If you're losing the weight and you're getting healthy and you're meeting your goals, who cares? Who cares? It does not matter. Good tips, girly. Hey, Vivian. Leaving sugar from all your diet as it spikes blood sugar and make you feel down and craving more. Exactly, yeah. Well, that's why, like, that too, like, getting back onto a fast after having sugar is so much harder. And I don't just mean literally getting back into fat adapted mode, because it is harder. But I also mean like in terms of like cravings. You're gonna have those hard cravings, which if you have the willpower, all the power to you. Do whatever you want. But like, we are trying to undo our sugar addictions. We are trying to, make this the most efficient and pleasant journey for you possible. So it is better to be as ketogenic and non-sugar / non-carb as possible. I agree, Nishant. My problem is getting weight, not losing. Oh, your problem is gaining weight? Yeah, I need a lot of food. Water drop tablets that flavor the water and they're full of electrolytes and there's no calorie. Tablets? Oh, I don't know those. I do really like, you're gorgeous, thank you. Mio Sport has a little bit of electrolytes and it's good for flavoring. But again, it's not enough on its own. And I learned that myself. You'll see actually that on my channel that I used to just use that. And then I was like, oh, this is actually like the worst. And so since then I have really ramped up and it's just a way better fast. But so I really like those just for like flavoring, also good for chasing. A little bit of extra potassium and sodium in it, which is great. But obviously, again, it's going to make you feel a little nauseous if you're not having a little baking soda. So it's just good to know. What's your weight now? My weight's like 150-ish right now. We're in a bit of a re-loss, which is why on my shorts, you'll see I do net loss now, because during fractional fasting, there's a lot of like ups and downs, right? And over the weekend, I did try some carbs. So like that's to be expected. I knew I was going to gain weight, but I did want to see how it was going to go. I felt okay. Again, I'm never worried about refeeding syndrome anymore with these shorter fasts specifically. If they're less than 5 to 10 days, generally you don't have to worry about refeeding syndrome, especially if you're drinking your electrolytes, and I always am. So it was more so just to kind of see how my body reacted, especially with gluten, as I do have a gluten allergy. But we're slowly kind of seeing how my body reacts to it. So, is it true that no matter what you add to water, it's still water, yes or no? No. I feel like that's just like a matter of semantics. Because like if I add a tea bag to water, it's tea now. If I add coffee to water, it's coffee now. If you're talking about hydration, yes, it's still hydration, because I don't think the natural diuretic in coffees or diet sodas overpowers the fact that it is still hydrating, especially if you're someone who doesn't drink water, period, as a baseline. You're still getting hydration in it, if that's what you mean. Like if you're talking about like literally the label, yeah, like no, like if I add a tea bag to water, it becomes tea. Electrolyte powder would also help, which prevents dehydration. Exactly. Well, that's why I say like to make your electrolytes. I mean, there's like pre-made packs, of course, that I also recommend, but that's why like on my page, you'll see I have a whole video about it that talks about like you need to be having sodium, magnesium, potassium, and baking soda. Aw, thanks. Have a good day, Novi. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you hanging out in the live. I follow intermittent fasting. Amazing. Intermittent fasting is honestly like a baseline. We should all just be doing intermittent fasting because it's so natural, honestly. Unless you have like certain issues and medications, then probably not. What do you think of coconut water? So personally, I don't love coconut like stuff. Sometimes, but I think it really depends. It's kind of like banana flavored things, like depends. I mean, if you like coconut water, yeah. I don't think it's good for like prolonged fasting. I'm pretty confident like it has sugars in it, so you're gonna break your fast. But if you like coconut water, yeah, go for it. If you're doing like intermittent fasting and like OMAD fasting and like shorter periods, I think if you want to drink coconut water on your fast, it's fine. But if you're doing longer fasts where it's like you're water fasting or you're dry fasting, you're doing these longer periods for like 3 days or whatever, yeah, I don't drink it. Yeah, the water itself. Yeah, like honestly, like if you're adding additives to water, again, it doesn't overpower the natural diuretic. Like you're still getting hydration on a certain level. It's not going to be as effective as electrolyte water, but I mean, you're still They're still hydrating-ish, you know? So that's why, like, some people who are like, I want to do water fast, but I hate drinking water. I'm like, okay, well, we need to figure out something that works for you. That's what we do in my coaching. We find an electrolyte that's going to work for you and a fasting aid. Those are the two things. And we're going to get you through it, right? Nice. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know too much about coconut water. I don't pay attention to it because I don't promote things that I don't personally do. So body's fit, tummy's fat. Okay, reduce it. Fasting. That's exactly what fasting does. Fasting will eat your fat stores. So if you have a buildup of fat on your body, just do some fasting. Your body will take care of it for you. I don't agree with your views on coconut water. What do you mean? I mean, I basically said, like, if you want to drink it, drink it. I didn't really say anything bad, I don't think. I just don't personally use it because I don't like coconut. That's just my own personal preference. That has nothing to do with, like, coconut water itself. But yeah. Girl, it's 4 a.m. Oh my gosh, literally saying. Every single night lately, I've been staying up till like 4 a.m. It's actually wild. Absolutely wild. But yeah, hopefully your fast is going well, Ellie. I love hearing about your fast. So you should join the Discord or something. I would love to hear how it's going. Again, if you're not already in there, it's in my bio. The Discord, it's free. You can join. It's just like a community of a bunch of people, predominantly women, but there are men in there. And we just share our stories and support each other and offer advice if you're having struggles, safe practices. We just have general discussions about fasting in the community, and so it's nice. What's the best water to drink? Electrolyte water is always the best. It's the most hydrating. So thanks, Christian. Hi, thank you. Yay, Ellie. Awesome. I love to see it. Yeah, it's literally just like a bunch of supportive people, and we just like have discussions. So it's nice. Yeah, so oh, it's 12 o'clock. Time to go end the sale. Thank you everybody for joining the lives. Thank you again to the people who got the fasting planner, and thank you for the people who got my coaching and the accountability partnerships. I'm really excited on getting started with you guys and working on your goals to finish out the summer. And again, thank you guys for showing up. I have a lot of stuff coming up for the channel. So yeah, I appreciate you guys. And yeah, thanks again. Hope you guys have a good day. I'm going to go end, and I'll see you guys in the next live. So I hope you have a good day. Happy fasting, everybody. Bye.